So come to a tabletop quadruped here and take your block. So take your block and you're going to bring it to your sacrum. So above your booty flesh, find your shoulders over your wrists and spread your fingertips wide. So we want to work on having neutral pelvis, and we're going to start with external rotation of the hip, fire hydrant. So bend your right knee just a little bit. So we don't want that block to fall down, and then bend your left leg. So just little external rotation movements of the hip. That block is just to keep us accountable. If you begin to tip your pelvis too much, it will fall off. No problem, just put it back. And just give yourself a couple of rounds. We'll come back to this motion of neutral pelvis and then moving from the femur and the hip. All right, couple more rounds. Little fire hydrants. Okay. And then remove your block. Place your forearms, or transition to dolphin. So place your forearms to the mat into an L shape. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, so pike up and then back. You have the option to go for opposite forearms if that calls out to you. Yes, breathe here. So option to bend your knees as well. So allow your neck to drop down. Allow your breath to match the intensity of this posture. Now lift up your left leg. Little circles from your hip here. So go 3 clockwise, just little circles as if you're stirring a cocktail. And then 3 opposite wise if you're stirring that cocktail the opposite way. Bring your left foot down. Same thing opposite side. Right leg comes up. Little tiny movements from your hip. 3 circles clockwise. And then 3 circles opposite way. Yeah, okay. Place your feet to the mat. Bend your knees, take a child's pose. And just allow yourself to catch your breath. And when you're ready, we'll meet at the top of our mat. All right, any questions? We good? I'll just take, you can give me a thumbs up. Cool, awesome. All right, so we're standing Tadasana. Just allow yourself to feel all that integration. We have our neutral pelvis, a good way to check with that. Bring one hand to your lower back and then pull your tailbone down and your front hand to your hip. So we want to work on creating this. This is kind of be the theme of our class today. And allow your shoulders to relax. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms forward and up to create space along your rib cage. And then exhale, forward fold. Sink your hips down low as if you're sitting into a chair and plant your hands to your mat. Keep your hands where they are. Step your right foot back and lower your knee and lower the top of your foot. Inhale, arms come high. Draw your belly in. Collect that diamond shape in your core. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Now bring your knees to your mat. Bring your chest to your mat. Lower your hips. Pull your mat back for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. So adjust your downward dog as needed. Find a sense of lightness, of readiness to go. Keep your hands grounded. Step your right foot forward. Lower your left knee and lower the top of your foot. Bring your arms come high. Exhale. Plant your hands, bring your foot, left foot meets the right foot. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach forward and up. Bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge forward from your waist. Hands stay planted. Step your left foot back. Lower your left knee. Lower the top of your foot. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Retention of the breath. We bring our knees to our mat. our hips, our chest. Pull the mat back for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep your hands planted, step your left foot forward, lower your right knee and the top of your foot. Inhale, arms come high, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, frame your left foot, right foot meets the left. Second round, inhale, arms come high. Exhale, forward fold, hinge forward from your hips. Step your right foot back, lower your knee, but keep the toes tucked this time. Arms come high. So this time, take your right hand, grab your left wrist. Once again, create that space in your wrist gap. Take a deep inhale to fill up. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Bring your knees to your mat. Lower your hips, lower your chest. Peel your mat back for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, lower your left knee and the top of your toes. Keep the toes tucked. Inhale, arms come high. Left hand grabs the right wrist, you reach up, create space. Exhale, frame your right foot, left foot step forward, forward fold. Last round, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot back, keep the toes tucked, lower your knee, inhale, arms come high. This time, take your left hand around your waist and place it onto your top right glute. And just begin to reach up here. So create feedback between your left hand and your right glute. Inhale to fill up. Exhale, high plank, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Lower your knees, hips, chest, pull the mat back for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's see if I get the right foot. Right foot steps forward, lower your left knee, top of your foot, arms come high. Take your right hand, bring it behind your back, place it on top of your left glute. Pull your tailbone down, draw your belly in. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Frame your foot, left foot meets your right foot. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Moving into sequence one. Step your right foot back. Stay on your fingertips, so fingertip lunge here. Yes. So begin to lengthen the crown of your head forward. Turn on your right glute. Stay on your fingertips. Now, move your hands to an airplane position and begin to lift your chest up off your left eye. Now, dial your right hip down and shine your chest forward. Yeah. Okay. Keep your left arm where it is and extend your right arm towards your right ear. So yeah, so your arms are going in different directions now. So right arm is forward, left arm is reaching back. We're gonna come back to this later. Dial your right heel down and bring your left forearm to your left thigh for a modified extended side angle. So yes, use your thigh, but use your thigh to create space into the side of the rib cage versus collapsing down. Allow your neck to follow your entire spine. Okay. So spiral to the back of your mat. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot for twisted crescent. So left hand comes down and then twist open to the right. This is a great place where you can use your block here. And energetically separate your left hand from your right foot and pull your right shoulder blade onto your back. Take whatever comfortable position for your neck here. Okay, one more round of breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, high one-legged plank. Plant your hands, shoot your right leg back to a one-legged plank. Yes, So you have your neutral pelvis, your core is fired up. Now begin to alternate legs. Right leg comes down, left leg comes up. Left leg comes down, right leg comes up. Do that a couple times. Right leg down, left leg up, alternating. Move from your hips, allow the pelvis to stay neutral. Yes, one more time each time. Doesn't matter how high you go. And then bend your knees, lower down to your mat. Move your hands out for wide fingertip cobra. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and down. From here, left leg comes high, three-legged dog. We take 3 circles each way, 3 clockwise, 3 counterclockwise. Listen carefully without moving your hands. Step your left foot 3/4 way into your mat. Keep your hands where they are. So we have a modified standing L. So the left leg is bent, so you can sit into your hips. Might be a little different, might feel a little bit awkward, but we want to feel this in our left glute. Now from here, begin to move your chest through your arms. And sit really low and keep your hands really firm. Yes. So I have a bent knee standing out. So it's a little bit different from our straight leg. So we want to sit into our left glute. And then exhale, forward fold. Right foot meets your left foot. Inhale, mountain pose. Opposite side. Exhale, forward fold, hinge forward from your hips. This time we step our left foot back into a fingertip crescent lunge. Continue to lengthen, reach your head forward. Begin to left hip down, turn on your right hip, and bring your arms, both of your arms back into an airplane posture. So it's going to get a little challenging as we may not be able to see each other because we're going to be moving around the entire mat. So just glance up when you need me. Okay, from here, this time you're going to take your left arm forward up towards your left ear and reach your right arm back. So different directions once again. Dial your left heel down, bring your right forearm to your thigh, modified side angle. Reach your left arm over. Use your right forearm to lift up into the side body and create space into your rib cage. We will dial to the front of your mat, pivot to the front of your mat, bring your right hand down for crescent, that's twisted and crescent in one word, twisted crescent, and twist open to the left. So separate your right hand from your left foot energetically, so pull them apart, and then pull your left and get onto your left shoulder blade. Yes, wonderful postures. Lower your left hand, shoot back into a one-legged plank. Left leg just shoots back. Yes, awesome, son. Now begin to alternate the feet. Left foot down, right. Little movements, allow the booty to do all the work. Couple more rounds here. Okay. And then we bring both knees down, lower your hips, lower your chest. Fingertips come off your mat for a fingertip cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes high. We got middle hip circles here, 3 clockwise, 3 counterclockwise. Okay, now step your right foot 3/4 above your mat, 3/4 along the way. Bent knee standing L. So yes, plant into your hand, sink low into your right and your right glute. Yeah, bend your right knee as much as you need to. Awesome. Now begin to straighten out your arms and move your chest through your arms. That looks really great. Okay, one more round of breath. So this is your prep for handstand. And exhale, forward fold, left foot meets your right foot. Inhale for mountain pose. So I'm gonna speak to heat, exhale, hands come to heart center. How are we doing? Thumbs up? Okay, awesome. All right, so sun salutation A. We're gonna do 2 rounds. Inhale, mountain pose, arms come high. Exhale, forward fold, hinge forward from your hips, plant your hands. Step or float back, high plank. Shoulders over your wrists, knees, chest or elbow, or you can take a regular upward dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So let's spend some time here in our downward facing dog. Find some lightness, some readiness. Option to walk your feet in, option to bend your knees, inhale to look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. We'll take one more round. Plant your hands, high plank to low plank. Step your feet back. Always the option to jump back into a high plank. Elbows squeeze in. Inhale for upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Flow through your chaturanga or meet in a downward facing dog. Okay, awesome. From your downward dog, inhale, left leg comes high. So we're going to option to add a hop here. If you're going to add a hop, you bend your right knee, plant into your hands. Remember, move your chest through your arms. So just a little hop, option to add that, or you can step into a crescent lunge on the left. So yeah, just step your left foot forward, left leg crescent lunge, left foot forward, hands come to your hips. So yeah, bring your hands to your hips here, bring your right hip forward, left hip back. Take a deep inhale, exhale, launch off your left leg, airplane variation. Keep your hands on your hips here. Okay, so we're gonna do a external rotation of your hip. So keeping your hands slightly open to the right, and then exhale back to center. So this is supposed to be challenging. Just give yourself a couple more, almost like you're going to a half moon variation. Open up your right hip, and then exhale, dial back down. All right, we're going to do this 3 more times. Open up. And then exhale, dial down. Yes, awesome. Neutral pelvis, 2 more. All right, last one. And we're gonna meet in our airplane variation. Your left glute should be on fire. So from here, it's gonna be a funny transition. We're gonna dial out to the right, to the back of our mat for airplane on the right leg. And that's just to take load off our left leg. So that should feel really, really good here. So we're on airplane in the back of our mat, right leg. Yes, we're gonna get a lot of funny, funky transitions here. Now, begin to lower your hands down back into that standing L. So bend your right knee as much as you need to and sink low into your right hip. Extend your left leg and dial your left hip down. Okay, listen carefully. It's gonna get a little funky here. Step your left foot down, move your right leg into a 3-legged dog. Okay, now, step your right foot forward back into a standing L. Step your left foot back, 3-legged dog. You got it. Exhale, step forward, standing L. One more time. Step your left foot down, right leg comes high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, standing L. Step your right foot forward. Bend your right knee. Come into a seated twist. Bring your right foot over your left. We twist towards the right. So option to stay right here in your seated twist. You can turn to the right. Option to extend your left leg. And you can just sit here and enjoy the twist if you want. Give yourself one more round of breath. Dial, spin it out to your left. We meet back in a tabletop position. We start the fire hydrants with the left leg. Left hip comes up, left knee comes down, right hip comes up. We'll do this a couple times here. So your body should be, yes, awesome, Addie. Give yourself a couple more rounds. Remember, it doesn't matter how high you go. Yes, really great. Okay, so we're stop with the right knee down, left knee up, almost like you're doing a Baddha Konasana, bringing your heels towards each other and opening up your left hip. Ground into your right hand, modified side plank. Yes. So you have the option to stay right here or step your left foot over into a dancing table. And then re-fire up your glutes. Awesome. Step your left hand down back to a high plank. Lower your knees. Lower your hips. So we're in high plank, lower all the way down. Arms come back for locust. Inhale to lift up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Awesome work. Right leg comes high. You do 3 circles each side. 3 circles opposite side. Once again, you have the option to hop your right foot forward to a high crescent. You can switch in air, or you can just step it through, bringing your hands into your waist. So just a quick check-in with our neutral pelvis. Bring one hand to your lower back, pull your tailbone down, and then collect your energy in the front. From here, slight micro bend in both legs. You launch off your right leg for airplane. Yeah, it's awesome. Add as much bend in your knee as you need to, and we start the external rotation of your hip. Slightly pivot out, and then dial it back in. If this was core power, we do it 20 times. Give yourself 3 more. So heads up, we're gonna move to left leg airplane to the back of the mat. So step out like a goddess, come to the back of your mat for left leg airplane. And that should feel really good to just take that load off and put on the opposite leg. Yes, beautiful, son. Now from here, begin to walk your hands down into your standing L. Yeah, extend your right leg. It doesn't really matter too much what your right leg is doing, but lower your right leg down, 3-legged dog, left leg comes high. Step your left foot forward for standing out. Step your right foot down, 3-legged dog. Left foot steps forward, standing out. All right, we'll do this one more time. Right foot comes down, 3-legged dog. Step your left foot forward for your standing L. Move your chest forward. And then take a seated twist. Bring your right knee to the floor. Left knee comes over. Come to a seated position. So this time you have the option to twist to your left. Always the option to extend your bottom leg as well. Unravel to the right for your fire hydrant move. Right knee comes up. Your body should be a little bit more fluid here now in doing this. Yes. So right hip, left hip. Give yourself a couple more. We'll stop with the right hip up. Begin to open up your right hip. Modified side plank. Take any arm variation that calls you. Option to move into a dancer's table. Step your right foot down. pull your left shoulder onto your scapula, reach over. Deep inhale, and then exhale, high plank, transition to a high plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest, arms come back for a locust, inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to look forward, and then travel to the top of your mat. We meet in the standing position. All right, how are we doing? Good? Keep it moving? Cool. So now we have our sun salutation B. We're meeting chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips down low, arms come high. Inhale for chair. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, high plank to low plank. We're meeting a downward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So we have the option to hop here as well. Left leg comes high. Bend your right knee. Remember, move your chest, so your option to find some buoyancy on your right toes. You can do a lift, or you can step it through for a warrior one left leg. Arms come high, deep inhale. Exhale, high plank to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Elbows in, you take your cobra or your upward dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Ooh, opposite leg comes high, right leg comes high. Option to bend your knee, you can take a hop or you can step it through for warrior one on the right side. And then exhale, high plank to low plank, chaturanga. And how upward facing dog. Yes, beautiful son. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so we're gonna do a second round, but I'm gonna add some stuff in. Left leg comes high. Option to hop or step forward to a low crescent lunge. So you're land bent knee. Arms come high. Okay, pivot. So we're a little bit lower. So you're on your back right knee. Now you're gonna pivot to your right for a side lunge. So yes, pivot to the side for a side lunge. Plant both hands into the mat and sit into your glute. Okay, awesome. Now take your hands, reframe your left foot. Move your left foot underneath your chest. You have the option to bend your knees. You can hop up or press up into a warrior one. Interlock all 10 fingers behind your back, leaving your palms open. Okay. Inhale to lengthen your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your spine long. Option to dial your left hip out to not make connection of chest to thigh. Bring your right hand down for warrior crescent twist. Yeah, so your right foot is dialed down like your warrior one, twist open. Now bring your left hand back to your mat. Pick up your right elbow. So left hand is down, right elbow is bent. So yes, like a hinge neck. And now allow your neck to follow that stretch. Yeah, that should feel real good there. Okay. Now lower your right hand back down. Option to begin to pull back or straighten out your left leg. Now begin to walk your left foot to the outside of your mat. And then step your right foot forward into like a froggy squat. And then move your left leg back into a plank. Right leg comes back, plank. Left leg forward, right leg forward. So we go from our plank to our balasana. And just walk that out. If your feet don't come to the outside of your wrist, you can step them behind your toes. Yes, give yourself a couple more rounds. Okay. So we're gonna pause with the left leg forward, and then you're gonna move right into a half moon. Yep, so left leg comes forward. So left leg forward, we got half moon on the left leg, yeah. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, warrior two to the right. Okay. Begin to take little tiny circles with your arms backwards. Just wax on, wax off. Okay. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Allow your neck to follow. Exhale, side angle, left arm down. Right arm reaches over. One more just like that. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm down. Right arm reaches over. Listen for the change. Plant your right hand stepped down to a side plank. So right hand is grounded. We step our left foot down. You all know the variations you can take. You can bring your hand to your heart, your shoulder. Continue to lift up. Now from here, step your left foot over into your dancing reverse table. So reach it over. Plant your left hand down, step back to a high plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest. So this, we're gonna have a different variation, locust posture. Bring your right arm back and your left arm forward. Just like we did in the first sequence, arms are different directions. One is towards the ears, one is reaching back. And then same thing, opposite side. Right arm reaches forward, left arm comes back. So we're just switching our arms in our locust, but we're in locust, so laying down on our chest. Just a couple more. Last one. All right, plant your hands, lift up your hips, press back into your downward facing dog. All right, awesome. From your downward dog, right leg comes high. Option to hop forward, or you step into your low crescent, left knee is down. So right foot forward, left knee is down, arms come up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, side lunge to the left. So open up to the left and sink down into your left hip. Plant your hands. From here, bring your hands back to the front of the mat. Option to move your foot back, bend your knees. You can hop, or you can just meet back into warrior one. Once we reach our warrior one, you interlock all 10 fingers at the base of your spine, keeping your palms open. Lengthen your chest, take a deep inhale, and then exhale, forward fold, avoid your right thigh, fold to the inside. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot, crescent twisted warrior. Pull your right shoulder blade onto your back. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower your right hand. Bend your left knee, bend your left elbow. Bring your arm up, left elbow is bent, and then allow your neck to release. Yes, awesome, awesome. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower both hands. Option to begin to pull back your right thigh here. Slowly begin to wiggle your right foot out. You step your left foot to the outside of your left hand as you step your right foot back into a side, left foot back, right hand. So just stepping back and forth. Awesome. Give yourself a couple more rounds. You're gonna end with the right leg forward. So you're gonna end with your right foot to the outside of both hands, and then you're gonna launch right into your half moon. A little bit unorthodox. Yes, and then remember, use your side body to lift up your obliques. Yes, good use of a hand. Take a deep inhale, exhale, warrior two. Little tiny circles to the back. And then inhale for reverse. Exhale, extended side, right arm down, left arm over. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, modified extended side angle. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, left hand is grounded for side plank. Step your right foot over. Keep the space in your rib cage. You have the option to stay here. Take your right foot, step it over, beautiful son, step it over into your dancing table. Re-fire up your glutes. Right hand lowers for a high plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest. Alternating arms, locust. Left arm forward, right arm back. Right arm forward, reach forward. And then you had cobra, upward dog, and we're meet back into our downward facing dog. Awesome, everyone. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step or float to the top of your mat. Now we're gonna bring it all together. We're meeting a standing position. How are we doing? All right, good. We're gonna bring it all together now. So inhale, arms come high, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. This time, take your hands, interlock them, bring them to your lower sacrum. Stay here. Keep your left foot grounded. Step your right foot back into a crescent. Yeah, a crescent reach, I guess you can say. Keep your hands where they are. Now, bring your left hand on top of your right glute and extend your right arm forward. Keep your left hand where it is, twist open for your warrior variation. So as it feels a little bit different here, yes. Continue to give your right glute feedback. Dial to the back of your mat for a crescent twist. Left hand comes down, right hand opens, crescent twist. Listen carefully. Flip right into your dancing table. So yeah, step your right foot over, flip into your dancing table. Now from here, lower your right hand, step your right foot forward for a fallen triangle. Yes, awesome. For your fallen triangle, lower your hips. Bring your left leg on top of your right leg for a crescent twist on your right. Now you're gonna spiral open. Oh shit, spiral open to the front of your mat. And we'll come back to the fire hydrant move. From here, your right knee is grounded. Left knee opens up. Flip your dog to your tabletop. And then back to plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest. Cobra or bow. Take whatever one suits you. So you got cobra or bow, and then we'll meet into a downward facing dog. From your downward dog, Inhale, left leg comes high. Do your hip circles here, both ways. Step your left foot 3/4 of your mat. Without standing out, move into your chest. Option to add a hop here if you like for your handstands. Do whatever calls out to you. And then exhale, forward fold. Hands come to your lower back. Opposite side, step your left foot out. Begin to lift your chest up. Extend your left arm. Right hand comes on top of your left glute. Spiral your left hip down, dial open. Windmill to the back of your mat. Right hand comes down for a crescent twist. Now you're going to flip into your reverse dancing table. Fire up your glutes. Left hand comes down, fallen triangle. Yes, awesome. So fallen triangle. And then you're going to lower your hips. Right knee comes on top of your left. You twist to your right. Spiral to the left. We have our fire hydrant move. Left hip, right hip. Left hip, right hip. Yes. And then you're going to pause with the right leg open and flip to your tabletop. And you come back, high plank, knees, chest, chin. You take your cobra or your bow. Awesome. And we'll meet back into a downward facing dog. Right leg comes high. Spiral 3 times. Counterclockwise, clockwise. And then you step your right foot forward to a standing L. Option to go for your little tiny hops. They don't have to be big, just placing weight into your hands. And then, yes, awesome, awesome work. And move and exhale, forward fold. Okay, halfway lift, move back into your downward dog. This time, left leg comes high. And you're going to pause here with your left leg high. Now with your left leg high, funky dolphin, lower your right forearm to your mat. And then bring your left hand underneath your shoulder. So right forearm is down, left hand moves underneath your shoulder. Breathe here. This is your present moment. Without even thinking about it, step your left foot forward for an airplane posture. Yes, you got it. Breathe here. And then exhale, airplane to the back of your mat. Turn to your right, airplane comes to the back. Lower your hands down. Standing L. Left foot comes down, right leg, 3-legged dog. Right foot forward, steps into your standing L, move your chest forward. 2 more. Step your left foot down, right leg, 3-legged dog. Step your right foot forward, standing out. Last one, step back, right leg comes high. Exhale, standing out. Option to go for a handstand here. Once again, you launch off your right toes, you move your chest through your arms. Awesome, Abby. So I'm sitting low into my hips. Maybe I just come into my fingertips, little tight hips. One more round of breath. Then exhale, forward fold, left foot meets your right foot. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg comes high. Option to spin in circles here. Dial your right hip out. Lower your left forearm down, and then bring your right hand underneath your shoulder for your funky dolphin. Remind yourself of neutral pelvis, so dial your right hip down. Now, without thinking about it, step your right foot forward for airplane. Yeah, it feels a little bit more easier on this side. Shine your chest forward. Dial to the back of your mat, left foot comes down, airplane to the front. Begin to glide your hands down, sit into your left glute. Step your right foot down, three-legged dog. Left foot steps forward, standing up. Two more. Right foot steps down, three-legged dog. Left foot forward, standing up. Last one, right foot down, three-legged dog. Left foot forward, standing out. Option to take little tiny hops, or you can just lift up off your heel. So press into your hands, find your lift, find your hop. Yeah, it's awesome. Right foot meets your left foot. Take a seated position. Meet me down onto your back. All right. We're finished where we started. Bring both knees over to your right. Take your right forearm, glide it across your wrist. Avoid your ears, stretch over. Bring both knees to center, take them to the opposite side. Opposite hand glides across your forearm. Reach out, reach back, create space. Breathe. Come back to center at your own time. Take any last minute shapes, postures you need. We curl up into our tight cosmic ball. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze, a nice tight hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, Shavasana. So allow yourself to release, relax, let go. Allow your toes, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, free from all tension. As your stomach naturally rises and sinks into your mat, allow yourself to sink more into comfort. Fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, shoulders, released and relaxed. Relax your face. I'll leave you here for a brief moment and I'll bring you back in time. You know that you do have the option to remain in your stillness. Take as much time as you like. If you're ready to come back to your mat, slowly bring awareness back to your body. And wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Shake your head from right to left. Take your arms over your head. Give yourself a nice deserving stretch. And remaining internal, favor one side of the body and roll to that side. Make your way to a seated position. Find your chest lifted, shoulders relaxed. Return to the rise and fall of your breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, side out. Inhale to fill up. Exhale, side out. And your next inhale, hold at the top, cherish the breath. Exhale, let it go. One more just like that. Inhale, fill up, hold the breath. Exhale, side out. Hands come to heart center. Send gratitude, self-love, and self-empowerment to yourself for coming to your mat, bringing in new life, new energy, new movement into your body. Got life and join me in a closing little inhale. Namaste. Oh. All right, friends, how'd it go?
That was awesome. I haven't sweated since we were in lockdown. I did today.
Oh, that's good. Good to hear.
Even if I took online classes, it's just not like this, you know? Like
yeah,
online
this is
classes.
I don't know. It's a lot. I mean, it's so different just to like move around the mat in that way, and then those little things like,
yeah.
All right, and move right into a warrior or a half moon. It's like really kind of crazy and bizarre, but you get it a little bit more on the second side.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much. So can I post this in my private group?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'd love to have people. Like I'm doing this Monday through Thursday, 8:30, 1:30, and 7:30, and I don't think my meeting ID changes now that I know it's the same.
Yeah.
I just wait. I'm just like, okay, if anyone going to show up today, then if so, I'll go for it. But no, this was the best session I've had since this, and I think it's because I knew you two were instructors too. Because I haven't done an OM in about 2 months now. I was like, oh, we're taking this kind of seriously. So I thank you all for coming, because that made me really get back into the way that I teach.
It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, thank you, Abby.
I liked it.
It was very challenging. Like Lorenzo, you know that I like surprises. I don't like to sometimes know where I'm going. So it really brings the focus back, like where is it going to send us next, you know? And I love that kind of challenge, because if you know what you're doing, sometimes you tend to like be in your own world, but I like to be in the moment of what I was told to be doing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just like, and you always have like funky sequences, you know? So
yeah. So that sequence actually came from the ladies who I did it. I just finished. I don't know if you know this, Sun. Sun works at the Bethesda studio, by the way. She's like an OG core power. Like, he's here
since 2014.
Yeah.
Well,
Addie works at Glover Park.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was at Glover in like 16 and 17.
Yeah.
Then I came back because I was doing both studios
Yeah.
at one time. Yeah.
But this sequence came, I just took a yoga anatomy training. I'm still in it. I'm just finishing up my graduation requirements. But she gave us like 10 sequences during the training. So that was like one of them. I was a little bit rusty on the like last part. That's why we came back to chair, but I was like, okay. But no, really, thank you all. Like, thanks for coming, because that really put me back in a real teaching mode. You gave me hope. I was counting the stats. You seen I Am Legend, Will Smith?
Yeah.
End of the world?
Yeah.
And he goes to the dock and he's like, I'll be here every day. I can provide shelter. That's how I felt. I was just like, all right, I'm here.
No, it was good. I'll see you next time. Thank you.
I know, thank you. I almost marketed it as Addie's class.
Well, I knew that if I didn't show up today that I would be a faker, so I made it.
I appreciate it. All right, thank you. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you, Lorenzo.
All right, hope to see you all soon.
Nice meeting you, Addie.
You too. Bye.
Bye.